Let's go full disclosure here, okay? So like the game show. Has anybody preset you or talked to you about answers you should say today? I think Mrs. Agnew just said you're willing to do this. Come sit down right here, honey. Come on. Alrighty? So this is a group of people from a different middle school in Farmington and Burlington, and their teachers looking to actually change the way they're going to do the report card. Similar to what we did last year, as 8th graders, you know that you were the first ones to use our report card, the new one, and for 7th graders, you're the second version of using this. So they want to pick your brain a little bit, all right, and get your reaction, because here's what I believe is your principle, is that this is all for nothing if it doesn't actually make sense to students. All righty? So can we start? I actually have some questions, all righty? First of all, so the topic is the report card and the concepts of redos and retakes and all that we do here, all right? So first of all, do you like the report card? And why? What is it about the report card that you like, or even what you don't like about it? Just start talking. Go. What do you want? Go ahead. Start.
I think that the report card's pretty good because it shows you underneath every single class what you did good for the standards. It will say you did this well, but this you didn't do so well. So you know what to improve on next time. So that's what I look at my report card.
Perfect. And they don't have to go in a row, okay? So I don't want you to, because we're only here for a little bit. So rather than have each one, if someone wants to add on to that or say something different, go.
Right. I also like how people, as well as knowing where they stand in meeting their grade level expectations and where they should be, they also get a sense of A's, B's, C's. Is this a good grade or bad grade? So I like how there's two different grading types. How you can still know individually for which category where you stand among your grade level, but you also know your overall grade for that subject.
Yeah, and I like being able to see the standards too, because you could get a C in a class and be exceeding in one section but have not yet in all others, and then you know what you need to work towards to get that higher letter grade in the end. So it's not a mystery of what you need to work on in the class.
And to add on to that, when it says not yet, you know that your teachers are behind you and they support you, knowing that you're going to get better because of the retake.
You can go.
I really like the pride, because that helps you to show you if you're getting a C, are you working for that C? Or it shows your parents are you working for that C? Are you just slacking off about it?
And also under your grades and your pride, it shows feedback from the teachers that tell you what you're doing good or what you can work on.
Experience.
Do you feel like your teachers you get along better with them because of the report cards and things like that?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit more about that? And I know you had mentioned that too. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Well, you can tell some days when you go into the classroom, they don't really give a lesson, but they can kind of give you different things to show how you can bring up your pride grade or what how to behave, and they do a good job of that.
Yeah, and in the middle of the trimester or whatever it is, they'll give you this your pride grade and kind of show where you stand right now and kind of help you and show you where you can improve and where you're doing good.
Yeah, for me, pride is really what I want to work towards, because once I get the hardest I can work, then the grades will just come with the hard work. So.
And I like being able to have the mastery in the exceeds category, because then if you're already at mastery, a lot of the teachers here are willing to help you to get to the exceeds, so they know that they care about your grade and they want to help you.
Yeah, adding on to that, I remember for probably the first 2 weeks of school or so, our social studies teacher kind of walked us through a packet that had a bunch of rubrics in it and kind of explained what we'll do throughout the year and what sections you can do and tips for us that'll help us succeed. And so I liked knowing that our teachers can help us get to the next level.
And that having the letter grades kind of pushes you that extra mile, so having both is kind of nice.
Now, so you have multiple bracelets on your wrist. You have multiple bracelets on your wrist, I see. Just so though, because we talked those before you arrived. You didn't leave them on your wrist.
Yeah, this one is not really a school one, but
okay.
This is the Student Society bracelet. So this is earned if you all your teachers give you a pride grade based on a 1, 2, or 3. A 3 means you're basically a role model for the school. You know what you're doing, and you exceed in persistence, respect, independence, discipline, and enthusiasm. And so that's kind of a big thing because you want to be that role model. But if you get a 2, that means, you know, you're a good student, you have a couple areas you need to work on. A 1 really means you're just not there yet, you need to work a little bit more. And so you can get student society if you average a 2.5 or higher from all your teachers. And this is a peer mediation bracelet that you get if you're a peer mediator, which basically is someone who helps the school to be a better place and organizes different school events.
And with the student society, like if you do make it, it's signifying that you get good grades and you're a good student, and you also get like different things with it. Like there's on Xbox days, which is like free time to do work, which is today. There's like a lounge, and so maybe sometimes you can eat outside, so it's like rewarding you for your good work.
And I like the different rewards that you get because I think it kind of pushes students and it motivates them to kind of want to get in student society.
They're like signing out for the bathroom. Kids don't really want to do that all the time.
So do kids here want to be part of student society?
Yes.
That's an important piece, because there's some schools that may not want to be part of that, they may not to be seen as a good student. So I think one of the reasons why it works here, because as you just said, I do think kids do see it as something they would like.
And I like how like the letter grades and the pride scores have nothing to do with each other. So you could like average a D+, but you're like a really motivated student and you're constantly trying to get better. And so you could have like a D+ but a 3 in the same subject because you're that student that pushes to get there. So your letter grade doesn't reflect how you try to do in class.
Yeah, I agree with that because, you know, back a few years ago, we would just have like checks and pluses and stuff on our report card that basically resembled how our behavior was in school. And it didn't mean anything. Like, it was just a bunch of checks and no one cared. And so people would still misbehave. But now it's so much more motivational to, you know, be that better person. And I think now it's more, you know, it's okay if you don't get the best grades, because as long as you're motivated and you're a great student, you still have a chance at making student society.
So say something about the retake process and how that works.
The way that works is if you get like a below, you can go, normally a teacher will make you do like a study guides, help you understand the topic, and then once you fully understood it, you can retake the test and do it again.
We also use a certain number of websites to like help with like training, like before you're taking your retake, so that you can get practice with that and you're ready for the retake.
Go ahead. You can like stay after school or go during Xbox for like help from the teacher before you take the test or quiz to make sure you like know like what you got wrong. And they're always giving you time to like prepare for the retake.
Yeah. And I think that retakes are positive and negative. It all depends on like the student taking the retakes. Because if there's a student that like wants to get better and just isn't understanding the material but is willing to take the time to do it and to get better, that's the kind of retake, that's the kind of student you want to do that. But if it's just like a student that slacks off, it's like it depends on how they go towards the retake that like really defines what kind of student they are.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's why we have like the we have to, like, it's mandatory that we have to do the study guide before it. So that way she goes over it and looks over it with you. And so you have to do the study guide before you can even take the retake. Show if you really want to earn a better grade.
Like, so showing it that you want it, do you think that like most kids want to do better on those kinds of things?
Yeah.
So there's not like a lot of the slackers that you were kind of talking about?
Yeah. Adding on to that, our teacher actually, if we want to take a retake, for our science teacher, she has us like write a letter explaining what we want, what quiz we want to retake or test, how can we get better since the last time we retook it, what have you used, what tools have you used to get better at it. And so I think that really helped because it it shows what you should be doing to be prepared for that retake, and I think that really helps when you go to retake tests and quizzes.
So you pretty much just figure out what you need to do on your own, and then you can apply that to your quiz or your test or whatever.
Yeah, like the teachers make you work for the retake, like it's not just given to you.